If you've spent any time scrolling through Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts in the past couple of years, there's a very good chance you've come across him. A tall figure with long, flowing silver hair caught in slow motion by the wind, a perfectly sculpted beard that could belong to an ancient statue, piercing eyes that seem to command the frame, and an aura so commanding that even a 15-second clip feels like the opening sequence of an epic blockbuster. He moves deliberately, almost regally. Sometimes he's clad in gleaming golden armor that looks forged by the gods themselves. Other times, he wears impeccably tailored suits that cost more than most people's cars. Supercars glide past him, models orbit around him like attendants in a royal court, marble palaces and infinity pools form the backdrop, and across the internet, almost everyone has settled on the same single-word nickname. But who is this man really? A high-fashion model? A secret billionaire? A Hollywood actor in disguise? Or something far stranger? A living myth that somehow stepped into the modern world. His real name is Ilan Tobianah, and this is the story of how a quiet, serious French lawyer became one of the most instantly recognizable figures on social media. Not by chasing trends, but by carefully, deliberately turning himself into a legend. Before the armor, before the viral videos, before anyone called him a god, Ilan Tobianah lived a remarkably ordinary, even conventional, life. He was born and raised in Paris, France. He studied law, passed the bar, and built a career as a real estate attorney. For years, he spent his days in conference rooms and courtrooms, negotiating property deals, drafting contracts, advising developers, closing high-value transactions. He was respected in his professional circle, but outside of it, he was essentially anonymous. That background matters. It's the foundation most people miss when they see the golden armor and the Bugatti. Ilan's financial independence and access to luxury did not begin with social media fame. He earned his wealth the old-fashioned way, through legal expertise, smart investments, and successful real estate ventures over many years. When he later decided to step in front of the camera, he wasn't renting a lifestyle or borrowing someone else's cars. He was simply showing, in a highly stylized way, a life he had already built. The shift from lawyer to living myth wasn't sudden or accidental. It was a slow, intentional transformation that rested on three pillars: his physical appearance, his iron discipline, and a very clear artistic vision. First, the body. Ilan committed to intense physical training. He sculpted his physique until it echoed the idealized proportions of classical Greek statues: broad shoulders, narrow waist, powerful legs. He let his hair grow long, and when it turned silver with age, he embraced it completely, instead of dyeing it back to black. That silver mane became his crown. The thick, sharply defined beard followed the same logic. He shaped it to look timeless rather than trendy. Then came the moment that changed everything. A professional photo shoot. Custom-made, museum-quality golden armor. Not cheap cosplay, but a true piece of craftsmanship. When those first images dropped online, something clicked. People didn't just like the pictures. They began to narrate them. Comments flooded in. "This is literally Zeus walking among us. He looks like he's about to throw lightning bolts. I'm bowing to my king." The nickname stuck almost instantly, and Ilan, smartly, didn't fight it. He didn't say, "Please, just call me Ilan." He leaned in. He fed the myth. He gave the internet exactly what it was hungry for: a larger-than-life character who felt ancient and modern at the same time. What makes him so magnetic in a sea of influencers showing off wealth? Most luxury content creators try to be relatable. "Hey guys, this is how I stay motivated," or "day in my life." Ilan does the opposite. He doesn't try to be your friend. He doesn't crack jokes. He doesn't follow trends. Instead, he offers something much rarer: mythology, symbolism, pure, unapologetic visual power. His videos are short cinematic poems, slow-motion walks, dramatic lighting, marble columns, golden sunlight on bronze skin, royal posture. Every frame is composed like a painting from the Renaissance or a still from a Ridley Scott film. Several elements make it impossible to scroll past. He almost never speaks. Silence is commanding. When someone stays quiet, every glance, every movement becomes heavy with meaning. You project your own story onto him. The look is unmistakable. Long silver hair, golden armor, black silk suits, eyes that seem to see through you. It's a visual identity so strong that even a thumbnail grabs attention. The world he shows is coherent. Every location, Greek islands, Monaco penthouses, Dubai skyscrapers, private estates, feels like it belongs to the Zeus fantasy. He embodies a very specific kind of masculinity. Strength without aggression. Power without shouting. Confidence that doesn't need to prove itself. In an era where many men online scream for attention, Ilan simply stands still and commands it. Above all, he created a character bigger than himself. People aren't following Ilan Tobianah the lawyer. They're following Zeus, the archetype of authority, beauty, and untouchable calm. His material life is undeniably luxurious. His car collection includes multiple Lamborghinis, Ferraris, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, and reportedly a Bugatti. He films in some of the most exclusive places on Earth: cliffside villas in Greece, penthouses overlooking the Mediterranean, marble palaces in the Middle East. He frequently collaborates with high-fashion models and actresses who are styled as goddesses, nymphs, or warrior queens, reinforcing the mythological atmosphere. But the most important thing to understand is that this lifestyle existed before the cameras arrived. Social media didn't create his wealth, it simply gave him a stage to display it. So how does he actually make money? The foundation remains his original career: real estate law, property development, investment deals, and long-term business partnerships that were already generating serious income. Social media added new revenue streams: high-value brand partnerships with luxury fashion houses, paid modeling and photo shoots, event appearances, sponsored content, and potentially his own merchandise or brand lines in the future. But the core wealth, the kind that buys real Bugattis and real estates, was already there. That's why the whole thing feels authentic rather than forced. People who've met him in person often say the same surprising thing: probably not. Most realistic estimates place him in the high multimillionaire range. Very wealthy, but not quite in the Bezos or Musk category. What makes him seem even richer is the curation. Every asset, every location, every outfit is presented with such cinematic precision that it feels larger than life. Looking ahead, Ilan's trajectory points to even bigger things. Hollywood is watching. Fashion houses want him. There's talk of acting roles, mythology-inspired series, his own clothing line, or even a fully realized Zeus brand universe. He has already achieved something very few people ever do. He turned himself into a modern myth. Not by shouting, not by begging for attention, but by embodying an idea so powerfully that the world couldn't look away. In the end, Ilan Tobianah is many things: a former lawyer, a successful businessman, a disciplined artist, a master of personal branding, and above all, a man who dared to step into a legend of his own making. While thousands of influencers chase virality, Ilan simply exists as Zeus, and the world stops scrolling to watch. He didn't just go viral, he became unforgettable. And that perhaps is the rarest achievement of all.